What in the world is in that bag? What you got in that bag?
Video games that were purchased off of the internet.
Good afternoon, gamers. Hope you like my company branded sweatshirt. My name is Charlie, and it is way earlier than I normally record this, but my kids are taking a nap, and behind me is a huge haul, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So I got my displays up. We're gonna go through one of these boxes, and I think we're gonna have some fun because I don't really know what I bought, but I bought a lot of it. So let's check it out. I'm just gonna grab handfuls. All right, so spoiler, I believe this first crate is mostly PS2, and that's going to start with, and it smells like outdoors in a garage, but not cigarettes, which is good. It's going to start with Ben 10 Alien Force. Let's get in here. Ben 10 Alien Force PS2, $5.94. A lot of people have good affection for the Ben 10 IP. I am not one of them. It was after my time, and I think before a lot of the youth that I had in youth groups time. So I didn't really connect with it at all. But they've done a lot of them. I think they did a live action one, manual, black and white, disc. Oh, that disc is scratched as heck. Oh, because there's two of them. Okay, so this is Ben 10 Protector of Earth, and Ben 10 Alien Forces behind it. So let's get that out of that box. Let's check out Ben 10. Still pretty scratched. So that definitely wouldn't be selling for a lot. Let's look up Protector just in case it's like some hidden gem here. Ben 10 Protector of Earth PS2. 676. All right. Ben 10 Protector 876, which it doesn't have a box and it's scratched as heck. All right. So maybe I'm going to get what I paid for in this one. Let's find out though. All right. Here's a cool one. I love collections. This is Taito Collections. I see Space Invaders. I see 28 games that defined a generation, including Bubble Bobble, Electric Yo-Yo, Gladiator, Artisan. I didn't know Taito did Space Invaders. Maybe they had their own little Space Invaders. I see scratches on the front of the disc, so I'm not feeling great about the back of the disc, which it looks like purposefully scratched. Ugh. Oof, man. Sega. Wow, Sega published. Interesting. Well, let's look it up. Taito Legends, PS2, $12.59. All right. What I do with these is I just try to take a good picture of the disc if I'm listing it, which I'll probably list that one, and then let them decide. I will not say it's tested and just say it is what it is. I have a couple copies of this. I have a feeling it's not going to go for much because it's been re-released a ton. Final Fantasy X, no instruction booklet. Disc is, man, they are just scratched as hell. I'm already getting bummed out on this. We got $5.72. I remember that came out. Having actual voice acting was a big deal. It was a hit. All right, now we got my dreaded. Oh, actually, I'm gonna save that one because that doesn't quite fit the genre we're talking about. Resident Evil Outbreak. Is this online? So this is the online Resident Evil. So already you're not going to be playing in time. Black and white manual that looks a little warped by weather. I am popping it out. The disc is scratched. Not terribly, I guess. Resident Evil Outbreak. I'm assuming you can play it without online. I don't think they had mandatory online back then. Gamers.com says it's the best PS2 game. IGN said it was the best adventure game. I have a feeling those are like E3 awards before it came out because I don't think it got good reviews when it came out. Resident Evil Outbreak, 1145. Okay. This one might go for something. This one might be a winner because it has a lot of positive affection. It recently had a third version that was not good. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, Interplay, Black Isle Studios, an action, well, kind of a Diablo-oriented effort. Not as bad as the other ones. A Diablo-oriented effort that was based off the BioWare full-color manual. It has 1 to 2 players. The co-op was a big deal on that, and I think the console Diablos really took a lot from like how that game handles its business. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. All right, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. GameCube. 907. I thought it would be more than that. I don't know if there was a. I don't know if there was a remake to this or not. There might have been, and yeah. Now that I think about it, I think there was. So it was how much? 907. Cool. Oh, here's a gem. It's outdated though. Cabela's 2004 season Deer Hunt. It does not have a game in it, so we're gonna put that to the side. A bummer for those who wanted to catch the 2004 deer. Next up, including a bonus disc, it is Hitman Blood Money. What's on this bonus disc? It just says it's 2 discs. Prepare to Make a Killing. Interesting. Okay, so we got Hitman, the Blood Money, which I have not played that one. And then it has a Kane and Lynch bonus disc for PS2. That might be worth something. Black and white manual. How does my actual game look? It looks okay. Pretty good. Okay, so let's see if we can find this exact version by typing in the part of a set. Okay, so there might be another one here. Hitman Blood Money PS2. Come on. Is my internet dropping? Might be. Oh, we are disconnected. All right, I'm disconnected, and hopefully it will reconnect. Hitman Blood Money, $4. These have been re-released in HD. I don't know why you'd want the PS2 version, but I have it, and it looks like it's part of a set, which may have included a like it might have been like here's all of them that came out on PS2 in preparation for IO's game Hitman. And I see one of the other Hitman games in the stack I just pulled. I have a lot of them, so this is going to be a long one. Next up, these games have very good good consensus or memories of them. It is Thrillville. I've never played them. I loved the original theme park. Thrillville, LucasArts, full color manual. Great. Checking the disc. Big money, no whammies. It's pretty scuffed. I bet it'll read, but it's pretty scuffed. Thrillville, PS2. Thrillville, PS2, $4.78. I think Roller Coaster Tycoon kind of like took the focus from them, but yeah, interesting stuff. Thrillville was big in LucasArts. Missed them. Oh, here's a gem. Here's a gem. All right, we got the disc. I want to check this disc condition before I get you excited. Come on, come on. Looks good. All right, it is. The case is not good, but it is Hannah Montana Spotlight World Tour. And we got a young Miley Cyrus who was really cashing them Disney checks at the time. It looks like a rhythm game, and you can shop. And they got 15 Hannah Montana songs. And you can shop in glamorous locations such as Paris, London, Sydney, and more. I'm wondering, So the brown haired Hannah, is she in this, or is it just you playing the Rockstar Hannah? Let's check it out. $344. Nope. $356. Man, there we go. All right, some of these might be giveaways for people I don't really like. Next up, a game that everybody loves. It is Need for Speed Underground 2. You got those nice brakes in there. Greatest hits version, which is always a bummer. But we got a full manual. We got a disc. I still remember that I have the soundtrack bounced around my head. Disc looks okay. I don't believe this has been ported, just because licensing is tough. I don't know why they just didn't like remake this, like, or just call something Underground 3 or something like that. That's an easy way to get relevance. All right, $7.79. Need for Speed Underground, and then what was it? It was $3.79. No, how much was it? It was $7.79. All right, man. If this was a GameCube bundle, I'd be made in the shade, man. I could probably retire. All right, so here is another part of that package, which is the original Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. I think the first Hitman was on PS2. I don't actually know. It doesn't look great. It's more grimy than scuffed. Still, it smells like it's been outdoors a lot, less than that. But black and white manual. Hitman 2, PS2, $4.76. All right, and there we go. The first Hitman contract. Oh, no, Hitman Contracts is different than what we had. We had Hitman Blood Money, Hitman Contracts. Manual looks good. Disc looks not great. Hitman Contracts. All right, Hitman Contracts, $3.69. I'm putting most of these prices loose just because the discs are kind of messed up. All right, a Ratchet and Clank game I have not played is Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked from Insomniac. Kind of wish Microsoft would have bought Insomniac, but they are now a PlayStation studio. Can't really see that. It is a bit scratched. I do not see a manual. One cool thing, even though we don't use memory cards anymore, you got that little memory card slot in there, which is neat. All right, let's type it in. Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked. Deadlocked, $8.98. I think this might have been their multiplayer focused one. You can play it offline, but yeah. All right, what was it again? It was $8.98. All right. So really, I only list if it's over 10. All right, here is a. I think this might have been on the next gen consoles as well. It is Need for Speed Carbon on a PS2, and I feel the disc rattling around in it. Is it 2 discs? I got 2 discs in here. Does it say it's 2 discs? No. Interesting. All right, I'm going to keep them both in here. This one's scratched to hell. This one is even more scratched, so maybe between the two you can load half of it. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with some of these. I don't think this buy is going to be a flop, but we'll talk about what I spent for it at the end. See, Carbon. Need for Speed Carbon. PS2, $5.31. All right. You think I'm done? You're wrong. Oh, hopefully this one's good. Okay. I got the original receipt, and this one they paid $34.95 for siphon filter, some trucker game and a memory card. But this is Resident Evil Code Veronica for PS2. Always sad to see. Oh, it's got a pretty good gouge on the edge there. Oh man, it's almost like they're trying to mess these games up. It's a bummer because this was a Dreamcast exclusive and this is it being ported. Let's type it in. It's been continued to be ported. Code Veronica X. There we go. And we want it for PS2 871. And what did it say? 871? It's not greatest hits. 871. Yep. Ooh. An Infogrames game. NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. No manual. Disc is about the same quality we've been seeing. It's a nice pride flag they got going there. NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. PlayStation 2, $986. All right. All right, next up, we got ATV Off-Road Fury. This was a big game for PS2. It came from a rental place. I'm trying to think of where this Ion Video. I wonder if I call that number on there, if who would pick up. I got the same amount of scratches that you'd see from I've been seeing out of this. Dirt to Day. No, it's ATV Off-Road. ATV Off-Road Fury number 1. 370. Yeah, this was pretty. All right, next up we got Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. This guy's feeling heavy. But it's because I got this giant manual, like 60-page manual. This was the second game. This disc does not look great. The first one was a timed exclusive for Xbox. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. All right, so we got PS2 620. All right, after I get through these, I'll talk a bit. Speed Racer, empty box. Manual's there, though, so we'll just leave that there. Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. I didn't know this came out on PS2. This was like a Wii game. So we got... Okay, this is funny. We have... All right, so Spider-Man, Friend or Foe. The manual is Spider-Man 3 for... which is not this game. And then the DVD is... Spider-Man the movie. Best of all worlds, baby. All right. So this guy, I saw this after I was coming back from lunch today, and I messaged him because the price seemed right, and it didn't seem like he knew what he had, which he doesn't. And I asked him some details about it. He had kind of a sketchy house. I asked him some details. He's like, "Oh yeah, my brother and I buy out storage units." And there's a website where they just take a picture of it and you bid on it. And so I bought the storage unit out. I don't know about games, but you could probably get more than 40 for at least one of them, which was the price I talked him down to. What are we at so far? 125. Well, but that's going to be a tough 125 to get. And so I asked him details. I was like, do you go on their site and see? And he's like, no, there's a website where they just take a picture from the outside and you bid from there. No, I mean, he lived in a sketchy house, so he's not doing that good at it. But I asked him what else he had, and he had another giant box, which is bigger than the box we're looking through now, which is less than half gone through. So I'm not going to do that this time, but we're going to see how it goes. And this will be like tomorrow's episode or something like that. All right, next one. Man, we're getting all the every big game for PS2 is in here, which means a lot of them are way overbuilt. Like Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, I believe. Oh my god, these are so scratched. It's a bummer that these are scratched. Not just because I'm not going to make a bunch of money on it. $16.99. Wow. All right. Okay, so we're gonna put you over there. But just, I mean, that could be someone's favorite game, and it's scratched, and it might not go for much now. Maybe I need to get one of those disc resurfacers. I don't know. All right, Crash Bandicoot: Wrath of Cortex. This was Universal Interactive, and it's also an empty case, so we're gonna throw that over there. Ooh, here's one. I think I have like 6 versions of this game, but I'm proud to have them. Okay, so here we go. Sonic Generation, or Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which originally came out on GameCube, and then they added some stuff to it and gave it to Xbox. The manual is there, looks great, but then you open it up and you have God of War. Bummer. I mean, maybe there's some case-only deal I can do. All right, so here is Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. Maybe there's some type of bundling thing I could do on this. The case is pretty messed up. It came from a rental place. It is pretty scratched. The manual is there. Ion Video, so they must have bought out a video store. Let's check it out. All right, so we got $39.11. Hey, make money. All right. Resident Evil Outbreak 2, $39.11. Holy crap. That's probably because it kind of flopped and they'd make a bunch, because I think it really is only good if you have the broadband adapter. I think you can play without it, but it's like hard. All right, next up we got Need for Speed Most Wanted. This was a cross-generation game. Oh, and we got some bonuses. Okay. All right, in our bonuses, we have the Crash game that we talked about earlier, and it is pretty darn scratched. So we will add that back. And then we have our friends at Speed Racer. So let's type these in. Life is like a box of chocolates. I don't know what voice that was. Speed Racer PS2. This movie is really cool. Another one that I think, I'm going to show my kids that sometime. $9.69. That's not bad. All right. And then we had Crash Bandicoot: Wrath of Cortex. And that is $8.99. I don't know if the Crash Bandicoot games that happened after Naughty Dog left were bad, or if they just didn't do anything new. I know the reviews weren't there. All right, and then finally Need for Speed, which, give me a break. Okay, so the game that had these excess discs in it, it's not even the right Need for Speed game. It's Underground and not Most Wanted. So let's check this out. I guess I'm not streaming, so whatever. So I'm gonna go back to Need for Speed Underground. Underground 2. No, I guess we're just gonna leave you open here. See what we got. We're still going. Interesting. Okay. We got a handmade case of Mech Assault, Lone Wolf, and Outrun 2. And in it is, well, what we talked about. Mech Assault, Lone Wolf, and Outrun 2. And it's a demo. It's a demo. Well, let's look it up. Outrun 2 is actually a game I've paid money for. Outrun 2, Mech Assault. Give me that demo. Huh. Xbox Live demo. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. This might be worth something, so we're gonna look up that afterwards. All right, we got another great handmade case in a double disc package. It is Lego Star Wars 2, and in it we got Lego Batman disc only. We have Lego Star Wars the video game. So, and then in the back we got Lego Star Wars the complete saga for Wii. Okay. So this guy looks really messed up, but we're gonna look him up. Lego Batman, PS2, PS2, Lego Batman PS2, and it is $5.39. Okay, so that's disc only. We have Lego Star Wars PS2. $5.44. And then finally we have Lego Star Wars for Wii. I'm going to pop that one out because it's not a PS2 game. I'll put the Lego Batman in here. Okay, Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga Wii. $5.28. Okay. All right, next up we got Sonic Unleashed, which some people say is like half of a really good Sonic game. The actual game is in there, which is awesome. And it is in scuffed condition. The guy was like, some of these are brand new. Yeah, right. Not in your garage, they're not. And it does have a manual, so let's look at this one. Sonic games can sometimes surprise you. Sonic Unleashed, PS2, $9.50. All right, pretty good. All right, next up we have Corvette Evolution GT. This is like random enough that it might be worth something. It has the disc, it has the manual. The disc actually looks kind of good. And a lot of people that are buying these games, they're not actually going to play them, much like me. So I got a chance if it's scuffed, but if we just list it, they're just getting it for the lulz. Corvette Evolution GT PS2. No, just give me the stuff. What do you want? We want complete in box. $5. $5.07. Corvette Evolution GT. $5. Okay. Here's a game I'm happy to have if I hold on to this. It is Headhunter for PS2. This game, Redemption. So this is the sequel, I believe. This game is not in the box. Originally made for Dreamcast. It only released in Europe. I think it was like a big budget game for them. Black and white manual. Complete bummer. Let me just look it up for lulz and see. Headhunter Redemption. For PS2, it's not doing me much. All right, so like $12 maybe. Okay. You think we're done? We ain't. Not until we go through all these homemade cases. Flat Out 2. This game's gonna be no money. Flat Out 2, PS2. Oh, 703. Might be some well-paid nerds who have some affection for it. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers for PS2. Oh. So what's funny about this is during this time they had the movie games, which were these, and then they had the Tolkien Estate games, which I think they did all three of them. 528 minutes, no box. All right, whatever. Man, I cannot keep a thing. Ooh, Project Gotham Racing 2 for Xbox in this PS2 kit. This is going to get me no money. Project Gotham Racing 2. This had an incredible online mode, especially for it being an original Xbox game. But that doesn't matter because it's only worth $4.60. All right, so we're gonna make you in a different stack. You think I'm done? I'm not. Oh, I just heard a rattling disc. All right, Walt Disney's Bolt. I remember it did okay financially, but it was like definitely during Disney's off times, like when they didn't really know what they were doing. Oh, I got an exciting game under this. All right, Bolt, PS2, 554. All right, here we go, baby. Backyard wrestling. Don't try this at home. And I got the rattling disc in there because we got 2 backyard wrestling games. All right. Scratch this heck. Scratch this heck. These look like they've been through. Oh, it's a Music and Mayhem DVD. Heck yeah, man. Yep. Backyard wrestling DVD. Oh, and it's got one of these DVD cases. Interesting. That seems a terrible idea. You don't even know which one goes in first. That one? Then that one. Oh, this thing's so rogue. Whatever. Let's look it up. I might have bit off more than I could chew on this thing. Oh, if that ever goes and my internet not doing well. Okay. Backyard wrestling, 550. Bummer. I think the sequel to this had an ICP in it, which is always a thrill to see. Detroit's own Insane Clown Posse in the mix. Ford Racing 3. They made 3. Man, show you how mass market the PS2 was. $3, baby. This one might be worth something. Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain. The correct game's in there. Full color manual. A little bit of debris on the box. All right. Siphon Filter, the Omega Strain 313. All right. Not worth dealing with. ESPN. All right, here we go. ESPN 2K5. Was this the last year they had the football license? I think it was. No, I think they made it to like 2K7. This doesn't look terrible. Manual is black and white. Looks good. ESPN presentation, the VIP system, 25th anniversary. Oh, man. Okay, so this has the crib mode. Earn crib credits with every game you play to deck out your crib, buy music, and play minigames. Answer your crib phone to compete with David Arquette, Carmen Electra, Steve-O, Jamie Kennedy, or Funkmaster Flex. They got all the celebrities from 2005. All right. Maybe it's worth something? ESPN. I think, but not the PS2 version is going to be worth anything. PlayStation 2, $450. Yeah, none of them are worth anything. ESPN 2K5. Sega, wish it would have worked out for you, man. Ooh, speaking of Sega, here's one that I might want to keep, even though it's not the original box. All right, it is 18 Wheel Pro Trucker. They got two player mode. They got 5 over the top. drivers. They got down home audio, country music, CV prompts, and taunts. They got multiple camera angles. It's a blockbuster case. Maybe that's worth something on its own. 18-wheel Pro Trucker. This was also on the GameCube. I do not know if it made it to Xbox. Let's find out. Oh, give me a break. No, video games. Just 18-wheel Pro Trucker. Why is that not doing it? Wheeler Pro Trucker. There we go. PS2, $4.99. Bummer. 18-wheel Pro Trucker. So, like, I love these games. It's arcade. It's fun. You can pick it up. You don't have to invest a ton of time. The time limits are like straight up punitive. No, I'm super happy with that game. I have like the biggest stack of games right here, and they're gonna fall, and it's gonna be hilarious. All right. Here's more. All right. So next up, we got Flat Out. Flat Out for PS2, $703. I've heard a lot of affection for these games. Oh, I'm sorry. A lot of affection for these games over the years. No, good for them. I'm not even looking at discs anymore. You go there, you go there. We're making a second thing. Ooh, this thing's not looking good. This is Guitar Hero. This is a scuffy game. This is back before. This is Red Octane's own. Red Octane used to run a game rental service, and then they started making instruments for like DJ Max games, and then they said, like, let's just make our own game, and this was it. And then they got purchased by Activision. Guitar Hero, go. I think a lot of these are covers. 30 of the greatest rock sounds of all time, 4 difficulty levels. Yeah, in this first one, they didn't quite have the business dealings. Featuring the hit single "Fired Up" by Zakk Wylde's Black Label Society. Excuse me. Guitar Hero, PS2, $7.99. Oh, here we go. Star Wars, Lego Star Wars video game. Correct games in there. I have the manuals in 2 pieces, and half of it is a Monster Jam thing that doesn't belong there. Oh, no, the manual's in 1 piece. It was just flipped around wrong. All right, Lego Star Wars. This is not the complete series, so it's probably just the original trilogy. Go Star Wars. And Eidos was still putting this out. So this is before Lucas and Warner Brothers took it back over. I remember this was like a shocking hit game. Like, they expected to do well because it's Star Wars, but yeah, Lego Star Wars. Lego Star Wars 5.44. Okay. All right, here we go. Big Mother Truckers. Heck on wheels, baby. THQ. You've done 18-wheel Pro Trucker. Now you get time for Big Mother Truckers. They're bigger, they're mother, and they're trucker. Big Mother Truckers 2. Big Mother Truckers 2, $605. All right. Gran Turismo A-Spec. This came out the summer after the PS3 was released. It was like the big game that everybody was waiting for. It was like, came at the perfect time. I remember being in the dorms, and like we would all like gather in somebody's dorm room to play it. Maybe it came out before that. might have came out in the spring, early spring, because I remember going to somebody's dorm room and having people just play it together. Gran Turismo 3. Greatest hits. 449. Bless me. Here we go. Narnia, the Prince Caspian. Clips from the movie. Drop in with the co-op mode. I think they're really going for the LOTR games thing here. But yeah, they got that handsome dude on the front. That guy's somebody now. I don't know who he is, but full color manual. The disc. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Okay. The disc is scratched. Alright. Wonder if they're gonna try doing these again. Narnia Prince Caspian. This one, it like didn't do what it needed to do, like in the movie theater. And the third one, they're like, we'll give it a shot. And then I think Fox might have tried one, and then now it's just nowhere. But the first one was like really good. Where did I see it? 453. Franchise mismanagement. All right, man, we're never getting done. All right, so we got Legacy of Kain 2 Soul Reaver. This also came out on Xbox. No, this also came out on Dreamcast. It might have been the first. No, I think the second one might have came out too. A little scuffed, but not bad. Has a retro receipt in it, which is always fun. Where they bought Legacy of Kain for $7.99 and Fast and the Furious for $34.99. And Thrillville for $39.99. Man, somebody paid some money on these. I should go return them. Soul Reaver 2. Maybe this will go for something. It's got good 1457 done. Listing that one, we have Spyro, A Hero's Tale. I have never heard of this one, and okay, that's funny. In addition to that, we get the bonus game of Sly Cooper 3. So we're going to put that down here. Spyro looks reasonably scratched, as they all have. Spyro, Hero's Tale. I think the world's ready for another Spyro game. They did the trilogy. They kicked off Skylanders with Spyro. I think America's ready. Man, my internet is not where it needs to be. All right, Spyro, A Hero's Tale for PlayStation 2, $13.69. Oh, what am I doing? $13.69 for, and the box is a little messed up, but I could probably swap the box out. All right, so we're gonna list that one. Star Wars Original Trilogy 2, Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. So I guess the first one must have been the prequel trilogy. Okay. Ugh, this does not look good. The manual's there. There's a Blockbuster case, and it's warped, but all right. Lego Star Wars 2 PS2. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, $4.99. Uh-oh, here we go. Interesting. So that's an original PlayStation game. Oh, okay. So I have discs 1 and 2 of Final Fantasy VIII. So let's look this up. Final Fantasy VIII has been ported a lot, but not as much as the other ones. PlayStation, 1015. All right. Complete in box. Wow. Loose, it's 1015, but complete in box is 1931. But new, it's 300. So, all right. We'll. I don't know. I don't even know how many discs it's supposed to be. We'll take a closer look. I can lose that if I need to. And then this one says Tony Hawk's 3, which is actually what it is. Has the Activision O2, because they were trying to make that its own sub-brand, and they gave up on that. 3 PS2. Tony Hawk 3, I believe, was the last Nintendo 64 game ever created, or ever released in the US. 633. Thought there might be a opportunity on that one because they have not ported that one, and that one kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So is that it? All right. So this is the one that the guy pointed out. He's like, you're probably going to make your money back just on this. So we're going to find out. It is Mortal Kombat Collection with a K. It is PS2. It's a 3-pack, which includes Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and Mortal Kombat Deception. Shaolin Monks is like an action game. And you play as Liu Kang or Kung Lao. It has the cardboard thingy on it. So let's type in our ISBN number. Excuse me, not ISBN. All right, complete in box. How do I just see what I was doing? Loose. So for loose, it's $19.99. For complete in box, it looks around $40 to $50. New, even better. Graded, they don't got it. All right, so complete in box, it looks like our most recent sale is $47.99. So I'll do 41 and just call it that. All right, so we'll definitely sell that. Let's go through the boxes here and make sure we got what we need. All right, Armageddon. We got a game, we got a disc, we got a manual in really good condition. Disc looks great. Shaolin Monks. Disc is kind of crummy. Deception. Disc looks pretty good. All have manuals, all correct games. The thing does not look that great, but it's good enough. Yeah, I'm going to look up just Shaolin Monks to see if there's any type of... Hopefully that brings up what I'm looking for. Because that game didn't get ported, and it's very different than the other ones, and it was successful. $20.98 for that on its own. So that's not bad. So I paid $40 for this whole kit. It was listed at $50. I saw it just after coming to lunch, and it was just posted a couple minutes ago, and he didn't know what he had, so I jumped on it. My rules are I typically don't list anything under 10 because it's not really worth my time. Even with the shipping and handling fee on there. It looks like if I got just what was listed for everything, it looks like I'm at $385.11. So on paper, this is the best deal I've ever done. Like 10%. I paid 10% and get an increase. But that means I got to deal with eBay, and a lot of these have scratches, and there'll be some judgment calls on whether we're going to do that or not. So 47 games, so less than $1 a game. Love that. Love that. I'll do that all day. Let's sort these. Data. No, not draw. Home. Data. Okay, go there to there. Yep. All right, so if I'm just listing the stuff that's over $10, it looks like we got $149, which is still great. Still great. I'll take that all day. And then we got an additional 40 games, which are part of my kit now. And what am I going to do with those? Am I going to open up in a booth and just sell them? I mean, I might. That might be a fun adventure and do a vlog on it. But so, I have these. I have these. and I have 6 boxes that don't have games. So thank you so much for joining me on this. If I get any good sales out of it, I will let you know. I appreciate you being on the journey with me. And then I have another giant box of spoiler alert Xbox stuff. So we'll enjoy that. I don't think I'll do it today. We will do it tomorrow. Thank you.